talking about the ladies or the women beside these two great men. Rachel and Michelle is here, and I've never met Rajiv's wife, but we've been talking a lot about her with Rajiv. We want to thank them for giving us these two great men and for encouraging them to serve this organization and this country. Michelle, I know you had to give up your career in the United States. You came here without a job, and for a few weeks we were trying to connect you to places, and it finally worked. So thank you for trusting this country, for trusting us with your husband, for allowing him to work with us and to really serve this country. So I'm really so grateful that you are able to give us that chance. So thank you. And to Rajiv and your wife, please pass our regards to your wife for always being supportive, to allow you to serve and to be one of us. I've been listening to all the great things that have been said about these two great men. And that's what Japaigo is. We identify talent, we nurture it, we give it opportunity, and I think Stu and Rajiv are great examples of what Japaigo can do. To people who really want to grow, to people who want to serve, to people who want to become something. And so today we are not really bidding farewell to them. This is a celebration of what they have been able to do among us and to show what this organization can do. So I'm so proud to be a member of Japaigo, a staff Japaigo, to watch these two men grow in the organization and to exemplify what this organization is about. So those of you who are wondering, what's my next step, even with Ososo and others, I mean, the sky is the limit. We are there to support you, to help you, and always remember what opportunities this organization has been able to provide to Stu and Rajiv and others. You are taking on very big roles in our head office, and we are really grateful that it is from this Kenya office that you are going to do that. And so we are so proud yet again that it is Kenya giving Baltimore these two great men to serve us and to serve the world. I want to thank you on behalf of the Kenyan women and children and families that have been touched by your work. Through your VMMC work, through your AFP work, through all the work that you've been able to do in this country since 2006, truly you have saved lives. Truly you have improved health. And you have made Kenya better. Today, Kenya is better off than it was 2003 when Rajiv started working with us. And it is better off than it was 2006 when Stu started working with this Kenya office. You've told all of us and you've heard the stories. And it's good you brought Michelle to hear these great things. I know when you live with someone, it's just your husband. To us, he's a great man. To us, he's a great achiever. He's a champion of the world. He really represents the change that we want to see in the world. I keep telling my team that this country needs so much. It needs all of us to make a difference. Every day to serve. And not to look to be served. Not to look to be served. And Rajiv has given everything he could. Rajiv could as well be in Canada or in the UK or in the United States working. He could as well be running his own IT company and making millions of money. But he accepted very little paycheck. Because paycheck to him wasn't important. It was what opportunity he could have to touch people who would never even know him. Today there are Kenyans who will never know Rajiv. There are Kenyans who will know Stu. But they are better off today because of your work. There are newborns whom we have been able to save because of the work that Japaigo does, courtesy of your contribution. There are women who would have died, but today they are alive because of your work. So never lose sight of that. We really appreciate that. So I really want to thank you on behalf of those great Kenyans whom you have helped. Those great Kenyans whom you have helped. And the many more people in the world that you are going to touch because of your work. So thank you so much. You are the great people that I've ever met, that I would like to give to Baltimore and to the world. And I hope that in the years to come, my colleagues will never forget the legacy that you have left in this Kenya office, to always strive to be the best, and to strive to achieve our why, and to live a better country, to live a better world than we found. So with those remarks, I wish you well in your career. I'm sure we're going to continue to work together and to support each other and to achieve more, and more importantly, to leave the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Great things being said about me. Makes me feel almost like I might be at a funeral. You know, I imagine that at a funeral they say nice things about the person who has died. Yeah? But I haven't died. I'm still here. And I'm going to Baltimore, and I'm going to miss all of you tremendously. I think it's hard to explain in a few words how much Japaigo means to me and how much the Kenya team means to me. When I started at Japaigo, some of you may not know this, I was basically a program assistant. And I was supporting various projects that Japaigo had around the world, some in Thailand, some in Ghana, some in Egypt and other places. And then in 2006, we won the AFIA 2 programs. AFIA 2 Eastern, AFIA 2 Coast, AFIA 2 Rift, AFIA 2 Western. And all of a sudden there was a lot of work for Japaigo in Kenya. And for those that were around those days, you know that we were like 20, 25 maybe. And so Ron McGarrick, who is one of my great mentors, currently our Vice President for Technical Leadership at Japaigo, called me into his office and he said, Stu, I need you to go to Kenya. I said, okay, Ron, fine. I'm happy to do it. And I came here and I met Beatrice, I met Rashri, I met Jane, I met Pam and Ken Chibet, and so many of our great colleagues here. And from that point, it's been nothing but fun. It's been a tremendous journey for me. I've learned so much from this office. I've learned a great deal from how things should be done. I've been corrected, shaped, molded by this team. And I'm really glad and grateful that over the years I've also had an opportunity to help give back to this team, to help it grow, it nurture and evolve into the great organization that we are now. You know, it's hard for me to believe that Japaigo Kenya is almost 250 people. That's how big Japaigo was when I joined Japaigo. The whole of Japaigo, if I remember correctly. And to know that we're now 250 in this office is just, in our many offices here, is really quite an achievement. So I don't have very much to say. I know I said many remarks at the staff retreat, and so I won't repeat them here. But just to say thank you to all of you, to everyone that I've worked with, to Jane for the wonderful work we've done on the urban slums. Jane came to Baltimore one time, and she had a passion inside of her for helping the urban poor in this country, and I latched onto that. She and I became very, very good friends, and we remain good friends. And I think that between Jane and Pam and I, we've done a great job of raising the profile of urban health within Japaigo. Now we have a wonderful project, Chupange, that is doing extensive work in the urban slums. The VMMC work, I know many people think that I care a lot about the numbers, and I do. I care a lot about the numbers. I just saw the latest numbers, by the way. I'm on leave but working, huh? So the latest numbers are somewhere above 48,000. So it's quite possible that we're going to hit 50,000 before the end of this year, which would be a tremendous accomplishment for our team in the field. I was just there with them last week. Pam and I went out to visit, and it's just amazing, the work that's going on there. And the reason I care about those numbers is that every man we circumcise is an HIV infection averted. Yeah? There's a formula. And so we estimate that we've actually averted somewhere between 8,000 to 10,000 potential HIV infections through the work that we've done. And if you think about the impact of that, I think all of us know people who have died of HIV, isn't it? And AIDS. So when we think about actually curbing this epidemic, stopping this disease, the MMC is one of the few things that we actually know works and that we can take to scale. So that's why I'm passionate about it. It's not numbers for numbers. It's numbers because it means impact. Yeah, and I think that's the why that Dr. Malonza keeps reminding us about. Why are we doing this? Why do we keep coming back to work so hard at the work that we're doing? It's because it means something. It makes a difference. And I think we're all very lucky to have the opportunity to make a difference in our work. To do something meaningful with our work. We get paid to do something that makes a difference in this country. It makes a difference in this region. It makes a difference in this world. And all of us work hard. I remember I shared an office with Brenda. When we first moved to 14 Riverside, I was in IDP. And The number of hours this woman spends on the phone, coordinating all of your many transport emergencies, is incredible. Brenda works hard. Millicent Mumo works hard. Our finance team, Ann Mangera and Rashri and Moses Nganga when he was here, they work hard. ICT, I think we've heard it straight from all of us. ICT works hard. No one part of our team is more important than another. Yeah? And I think that's what makes me really happy about having had the opportunity to work here, is that each of us contributes something really important to this team, and we respect the work that all of us do. So I leave Kenya with wonderful memories, with many friends, and I look forward to seeing all of you back here. I hope to come back one day. You just have to invite me. That's all. And I hope to see you in Baltimore as well when you come to visit there. I will take the lessons that I've learned here. I'll take the best practices in our work, in our programming. I'll take the relationships that I have made with many of you and each of you, because lots of questions are going to come up in the Baltimore office. People are going to say to me, Stu, how do you do this? How did you guys do that in Kenya? And I'm going to say, I have no clue. So I'm going to call you. I'm going to ask and link you up with the appropriate person there. Yeah? So this is not the end of Stu Merkel. You'll still continue to receive emails from me, Poleni Sana. I really do hope to contribute more from Baltimore to help grow this office, to make it even a stronger and a better place. And I just want to say thank you again, Michelle and me, from the bottom of our hearts. This has been a wonderful, wonderful place to live, and a great place to grow. And I really look forward to seeing what happens with this team next. I think we're capable of amazing things. So keep your eye focused on the why, and we'll go far. Asante sana.
It is for me to say, it's been a great place to work. I've had a lot of fun. I've seen this office grow from 13 users to 350, 250 staff, but 350 users. But I've heard all the great things everybody said about IT at Tobacco. Well, IT at Tobacco Kenya. And I didn't do it on my own. I think we all need to understand that. It was teamwork. It was teamwork from you as the users, coming to us with requirements, coming to us with your issues. It was the support that we got from leadership to actually, as Rajri said, take a risk on hiring an IT person. Tobacco Kenya was the first office that actually hired a full-time IT person outside of Baltimore. Rajri for just making the money available. I just had to knock on the door, put a proposal down, and somehow the money came in. I'm working with other country offices. They are struggling with those same basic concepts, and they don't have the money. Isaac continuing to just support it. They just gave me my head and said, do what you will. And the team, I cannot ignore the effort that this team has put in. Gladys, I remember when it was just me and Gladys looking after, how many was it, 60, 70 users? Yeah, then Ososo came on board, Edwin. And the reason I can do what I'm doing, which is moving on, is because I know you guys are in capable hands. I have the utmost confidence in this team. And I know you will support them and they will support you. Thank you.